Hey, what's up, YouTube? This video is for anybody that's married to an alcoholic. First off, I am sorry. um, I I can understand in some ways I can't. I'll give you the best advice that I can give you, as I was an alcoholic. I will say this much: it's a very unfortunate situation, especially if they became one way after you married them and you didn't know what you were getting into. It's very difficult. It's difficult to maintain that same type of love that you had in the beginning whenever the other person's an alcoholic. Because in a way, their addiction has become a very selfish act, and they're dislodged from this life, out of touch with reality, definitely out of touch with you. Um, I was kind of that way with my wife. I wasn't severe, I wasn't crazy or anything like that, but a lot of my time was spent drinking, and I wasn't about her. And that, I know that affected her, and she's so happy now that I'm sober because, she tells me, like, you're actually here all the time, and it's amazing. And I'm happy about that, but it also makes me realize, man, I was kind of messing up. But, in some situations, some marriages, things are way worse. There's abuse, verbal abuse, there's huge finance problems, all kinds of things, problems with their kids. In those situations, you have to understand whenever you have to draw the line and give an ultimatum, and let them know if this doesn't change, and this is it. I know some of you are saying, well, I just can't do that. I don't believe in divorce. I love this person. I will tell you this, that whenever I was told to quit and people pressured me to quit, I didn't quit. If anything, I drank more. That is the tough reality with addiction. You can encourage. That's the best thing you can do, is to encourage them. When they go a day without drinking, be all about it. It's sad, we're selfish, so we need to feel that extra bit of love and know that we're making you proud, because we know most of the time we're not. So when we make you feel proud, it's, even if we don't realize it, subconsciously that's giving us a little bit more ammo, so whenever we want to quit, we have that. Just be there, for your husband or for your wife. A problem with today's society is that, we want to slap people with charges and send them to jail for, having drugs or, excessive drinking and things like that, which I totally agree with the DWI thing. But my point is that we don't give the proper support to these people. We act like they're just an infected group of people, and we want to quarantine them and keep them away, and they're bad people. On this side, I have met so many freaking good people that have hearts, shared their stories, and it's bad. There's still souls out there, and there's still life to be lived, and we shouldn't shun these people out. So you shouldn't do that to your husband or your wife either. They need you more than ever. It is a very difficult situation. It's a trial and error situation. If you love that person, you're going to give them everything. Give them your support. Sit down with them, talk to them. You got to put your pride aside. If you want them to get better, then you almost got to sink a little bit lower than them, and just suck it up and try to understand, because it's not an alcohol or a drug problem. It's not a problem with their substance. It's a mental problem. They're filling that gap in their life. Maybe there's something you can do to help with that. So I hope that was able to clear up some of that, or help anybody with that advice, with the advice I was able to give. So if you're going through that situation, I'm sorry, and bless your heart, and I pray, for people like that. Just try to be there. Encourage. So like this video, leave me a comment down below if you have any additional advice on that I wasn't able to give, and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of videos on there on various topics, ranging from tobacco and alcohol to making money to anxiety and depression. Thanks, guys.